Okay, day 2 of the 2025 boat show. I have been graced with Nathan from Landmark Fishing. Thank you very much for coming down to the show, to the Content Creator Hub. Thank you very much for joining us. How are we going?
Oh, doing good. Pretty excited to be here and to finally meet you in person, mate.
Well, look, I think as content creators, let's be honest, the time that we put into doing our creating and then actually making the time to, do these videos, to meet and greet, it's a lot of work. So look, for me too, thank you very much for joining us and actually again finally meeting you. Now, you want to tell them, you're at the boat show. I've seen you on boats, I've seen you land based. So obviously you do both sorts of fishing, both styles of fishing. What's something you've done recently that we haven't seen yet?
Well, recently I have got the drone out a little bit, so I just brought a drone.
Yep.
So just trying to figure that out. Haven't caught anything yet, but that's the plan in future, is to try and hopefully get a few things on that. Just picking up tips, watching a few of the other YouTubers out there who are pretty good at it. So,
look, I think droning for land-based videos, especially, it's opened up a lot of opportunities. Obviously, with the bans, we're not going to get into the politics of the actual stuff that's just recently been put out on socials, but it just opens up those opportunities where you can go and hunt snapper, jewfish, land-based. And I see that your last video, you've got the Aero Pro, is it?
Yeah, so I got the Aero Pro.
Yeah.
It's so far so good.
Yeah.
So pretty excited to get it out there.
Full disclaimer too, not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Okay.
So brought it with my own.
You bought that with your hard-earned money, as you said. Now, look, obviously I think you've just hit your milestone. You've been doing YouTube for about 12 months now, I believe.
Yeah, that's right, just over. Yep.
Yeah. So look, it's a lot of work, isn't it?
Oh, it takes a lot of time. There's a lot of things you don't see going on behind the camera, trying to get the shots.
Yeah.
Even when someone else gets onto a fish, you're over there filming them, so you're kind of sacrificing your own fishing time. But I think it's all worth it just to, show what actually goes on these sort of trips. And I think it's also important as well. I like to show sometimes we catch fish and sometimes we don't, because that's all part of fishing, right? So.
And I think, to be honest, that video where you went down and I love my tailor fishing, and you took down that metal lure and you didn't catch anything, but look at the views that's got. So obviously that resonates with the everyday fishers, the people that go out and have a crack, maybe just on the weekends, and they don't catch anything. You're showing the reality of fishing versus catching.
Yeah, and a lot of people actually responded quite well in the comments with that, saying, it's been really tough, there's a lot of weed around. Hopefully now that, winter's finished, some of that weed should clear out. We should have a bit more access to the beaches as well.
Look, but I think it is really important to show the good and bad. You've met me, and I think I've spent about 15 minutes just saying, so the time that goes into just even setting up your camera gear, editing, I think showing the whole aspect, I think makes the channel, I think that's why you're saying you're getting such good response in those comments. And we know you love chasing your land-based snapper. And let's be honest, how hard is it to film when those storms are in?
Oh, it's definitely pretty hard. There's been a few times there where the camera's just soaked, so you can't even really say anything. But it definitely makes it challenging in those conditions, and with the wind as well.
Yeah, look, full credit where it's due. I think, you're giving it a crack, you're having a go. Now, do you get much criticism or hate, personal messages coming through on socials?
So I've actually been pretty lucky. I haven't had too much. I've had a few, but overall, I've seen a lot of other people cop a lot more. So hopefully not too much in the future. But at the moment, everyone's been pretty good. I think, the WA community as a whole, fishing-wise, very supportive and accepting. So,
Look, I think that's fantastic. Obviously, like you said, some people get a little bit more than others. But I guess when you put yourself out there on social media, you're open slaver, essentially. And, for example, you might be holding a beautiful 8-kilo snapper. Someone's going to call you out, and they're going to say, theirs is bigger. And we just move on and we fish, don't we? So... that's a massive part of being on social media.
100%. And I think something that's really important about my channel, I'm not the best fisherman out there by far. I'm just, your average fisher, still trying to learn and get better myself. But, it's all about those personal milestones.
Yeah,
and that's actually where the channel name came from, Landmark Fishing.
That's very cool.
It's finding those personal landmarks, trying to set those goals and then trying to hit them as well.
Look, that's great. Thanks for sharing. That's a great background story to the channel's name. It's got a lot of meaning, so obviously I really respect that. What do you envision? This is you might not be able to answer. What do you envision in the next couple of years for Landmark going forward? As a channel as a whole? And tough question.
That's a big question. Just hopefully to continue to grow the community. And hopefully get onto a few more fish. Really love my mulloway fishing.
Yes.
haven't really caught too many on the. Well, I don't think I've caught too many on the channel, only smaller ones.
Yeah.
But I'd love to get like a big mulloway on the channel, and yeah, just kind of try and do a bit more. Beach fishing is really my passion, so that's where I'm really based
Fantastic.
in. But
Yeah.
I suppose also continue to do a bit of boat fishing,
Yeah.
a bit of drone fishing now that the drone's out there. So the interesting thing is you never know where it's going to take you. So.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty with our sport. Essentially, there is so many different options, and I working in the tackle industry, I always say, especially the young generation coming through, don't limit yourself to one style of fishing, because you think about how many fish you'd missed out if you just were a boat. You just were targeting demersals, or you were just targeting mulloway. You'd miss out on so many amazing sessions. So I think the key here is just to go and fish, try different things. Because you can turn a real bad couple of months into some cracker ones with targeting different species.
Yeah, and the good thing about fishing as well is you can target fish in so many different ways. So something I want to get into more is targeting tailor on lures.
Yes.
I've done a lot of bait fishing with it, but now you can go onto lures with that. I know I've heard people then they go on to fly for different species as well. So there's so many options, so many different ways. Even with lures you can go your metals, you can go surface,
Top water, that's right. There's
so-
just so many options. And then for me personally, I'm downsizing, so I'm fishing 8 and 10 pound braid. And there's some of the tailor, they're not monsters, but even a 60 centimetre tailor, it's a lot of fun on that top water and that light tackle. So as you said, there's just so many options, and restricting yourself really, I think, is a downfall, because essentially I say to a lot of people, we're an island, we should fish it. We were very, very lucky over here. What would be some of your favourite YouTubers locally that you've been watching and enjoying?
Well, I know you're just getting into yourself.
I'm
so.
very, 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 very green at the YouTube scene.
Some of the people that I watched, so Rush Gang,
Jack.
really inspired me to give it a crack myself.
That's cool.
You've got your Salt Fix.
Yep.
He's more boat based, so
Yes.
I don't do heaps of it, but I like to see what he's up to. He does some really interesting stuff there.
Yep.
On Point Adventures.
Brendan, very good. He's
Really-
coming down later too.
So he's lots of. If you want information on stuff, super.
He's very informative.
yes,
Yeah,
very
That's
informative.
cool. That's cool. I'll tell him that.
There's plenty out there.
The list goes on. Well, look, I think we're very lucky. We've got a lot of WA content creators, especially in the fishing scene. So, I mean, we are spoiled for choice. So, you could spend all day going through the list. So you said you did touch on mulloway as one of your targets. Is there any other species, whether it's land-based or boat, that you do want to tick off going into early next year?
I would like to go with the weather warming up in the Swan.
Yep.
Want to try target some flounder in the Swan.
Yep.
Hopefully, haven't really done. We tried a little bit with the flathead last year, but that's something I want to do a little bit more. So definitely kind of spending a bit more time in the summer months.
Yeah, look, I think the weather's just starting to turn, as we've mentioned. The weed's going to start to disappear. The weather's going to warm up. The bait's going to come in, and obviously the Swan River is at the back doorstep. We've got so many options. The river. So look, I might try myself to hit some flatties as well.
Yeah.
But I think we're spoiled for choice. So is there anything else you're going to go? We've got the Jewfish Forever. We've got the wreck fish, the fisheries. So there's a lot of things down here to see the show. Come down. We're at stand 213, content creator. This is Nathan from Landmark Fishing. Go and check out his channel. A lot of respect for people like Nathan that are just out there giving it a crack, doing what they love, sharing their passion. Come along for the journey. Check out his YouTube channel, Landmark Fishing. Thanks very much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and thanks for the interview and thanks for all the support, guys.
Cheers.